Aloha friends, this is Claudius Fabig here on my small channel calling the world, calling all nice lovely states in the United States of America, calling especially Hawaii, Maui, Lahaina, Kapalua, Napili, Wailea, Hana, and of course Europe. And
Hello.
On the camera is Anna.
Yeah.
And today we are driving through the German forest. And I was thinking today, and I'm asking you, and I'm looking forward to your comments. Are you happy? Are you there in Virginia, in Mississippi, in Alabama, Hawaii, Georgia, in France, in India, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Germany, in Norway, wherever you are you happy? Are you waking up in the morning and do you think, wow, I am so happy? And I was thinking, is the majority of the people, especially in the so-called free democratic Western world, is the majority really happy? The politicians always tell us, speaking about Joe Biden or Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor, or Macron or Trudeau, all these individuals, they always say we live in a free world and we fight for that freedom, for that democracy, for example, in the Ukraine. Or now we fight for this freedom, this democracy in Israel. So my question to you is, and I have no position pro or contra any of these countries I just spoke about. My question is, are you happy to live in the sun comes out? Are you happy to live in a world full of freedom and democracy? Are you happy? Do you have the feeling that you can speed as fast as you can with your will, with your mindset, and you can reach everything? It's a German Autobahn, by the way. It's now we are driving the Avus. It's true. It's the first Autobahn in the world. This is the Avus in Berlin. It was built in 1921. 1921. It's 102 years old. This is the Avus. It's exactly 9.8 kilometers long, and it's at the west side of Berlin. And it goes through the deep German forest, the Grunewald, the Berlin Grunewald, and it leads you out of Berlin. However, do you think that you are free? And the next question is, so you live in your country, wherever it is, of course you pay taxes. Do you have the feeling that the taxes you pay gives you back a value? So you have secure borders. Your country has secure borders. Do you have the feeling that your country has secure borders? So not everyone comes into your country. Do you have the feeling that the taxes you pay give you the freedom that the money you have on your bank account is safe? Talking about inflation. Do you have the feeling that the money you spend, the taxes you spend, keeps your country out of war, keeps your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters out of the orders that one day someone tells them you have to go as a soldier to war and you have to kill other people? Do you think you live in one of these countries where the people can say that to themselves? Yes, we have democracy, we have freedom, and we love to spend tax money because we have the safest borders in the world, and we have a government that keeps our country out of war out of war crimes. By the way, my opinion is every war is a war crime, but that's my personal opinion. So my question is, are you happy? And do you think you live in a country that spends your tax money wisely? And I asked myself that question. I am happy because I have honor. I am happy because what I do, I love. So I write books and I do give symposiums. So I'm a speaker in front of audience, and I love to do what I do. And I have my YouTube channels and Telegram and ViaTube and Getter and all these channels, and I love what I do, and I have a very valuable partnership. But beside that, me as a human being in Germany, in Europe, in the world, from that position, if I would ask myself the question as a human being on earth, I'm happy? No, I'm not happy. I'm very, very sad. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I'm very sad to live in a world where human beings are not able to live in peace together with each other. Talking about Israel. And, oh, this guy's driving with a mask, very clever. Talking about Israel. So, Israel now is sending bombs to Palestine. And they're living about 1 million children. And they're sending bombs to these children as a revenge, for a reason, for no reason. Actually, it doesn't matter. I asked myself the question in the year 2023. I'm not talking about the year 1000 or 1250, the Middle Age. I'm talking about 2023. We still think that the Old Testament works. Eye against eye and T's against T's. I don't know the right translation. So translation.
T's for T's.
Yeah. So if you take my eye, I take your eye. If you take my teeth, I take your teeth. Is it really what we think in 2023? Haven't we learned from the past that it's not working? That force always brings more force. That war always brings more war. Weapon always bring more weapon. Haven't we learned that? So as a human being, as a European, as a German, as a person living on Earth, I'm not happy. I'm very sad, because I have to realize that the majority of the people on Earth, you and me and we all, from these 8 billion, I would say 99.99% of 8 billion people want to live in peace, in harmony with each other. And only 0.0001%, a handful of people who make money with producing weapons, with selling weapons, make money with producing pharmaceutical products, producing medicine, or make money building new houses. Only a small handful of people are really happy, because they tell the Jewish people, you have to hate the Palestinian people. They tell the Muslims, you have to hate the Jewish people. They tell the Russians, you have to hate the European people. And they tell the European people, the Western European people, you have to hate Russia is Europe. You have to hate the Russians. And they tell us, you have to love all Ukraine people. And they tell the Ukraine people, you have to hate all the Russian people. In reality, we are all equal on one hand and the other. We are human beings, and we want to wake up in the morning and we want to be happy. We want to be happy. We want to wake up in the morning and we want to say, I'm happy to live in Kansas City. I'm happy to live on Maui. I'm happy to live in Berlin, wherever, because I live in a free world. I live in a democracy, and I can say whatever I want, even if it's stupid, but I have the freedom of speech, and I pay tax money, and the tax money go to the right direction. Not for a refugee welcome program where I bring terrorists into my land, and not for weapons for a war that is not my war, and not for wasting the money for banks or huge companies who are not able to handle their money proper, that the community have to pay for their financial problems. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. So, and then I ask myself, what can I change? What can I do to wake up in the morning and feel good? Feel good about paying tax, feel good about living in this land, in this community, in this democracy. Of course, I cannot change the way a handful of people handle it in the world. I cannot change the weapon industry. I cannot change the pharmaceutical industry. I cannot change people who are forcing us into vaccination and mask mandates. I cannot change this. But on the other hand, I can. You know why I can? Because I am 1 out of 8 billion. And I believe that most of the people on earth think the same way I think. Most of the people on earth want to have peace and harmony with everyone else. So if I change my thinking and my habit, if I change the way I think about the world I live in, and if I do every day, in everything I do, something for my community, for my neighbors, for my family, I change the world a little bit. And if everyone else of these 8 billion people on earth do the same, we change the world. So yes, I can do something. I go forward with this video today, and I ask you, I'm looking forward to your comments. I ask you, and I'm sure most of you already do this, but I ask you, do your share to change the world to better. We have to start with our very nearest neighbors, family members. If we are able to live in peace with our mother, our father, our brother, our sister, our neighbor, then it's like a stone we throw into a lake. And the stone we throw in with our family, our neighbors, is like a wave that goes around the world. So if we start today living in harmony in our family, in our relationship, living in harmony with our neighbors, living in harmony and peace with the people in our community, then we can change the world. And if you and I are not able to have a good relationship, then we cannot ask the Jewish people to live in peace with the Muslims. You understand what I mean? So let's start today. And my opinion is we have to stop thinking in black and white. There are good black people and there are bad black people. And there are good white people and there are bad white people. There are good Jewish and good Muslims and bad Muslims. There are good dogs and bad dogs. You know what I mean? So we should decide every day to be on the side of the good dogs, the good guys. And we can do our share for this. And before I end this video, because this channel has been growing a little bit with my video about Eric West, Maui and Lahaina, what happened there, I really honestly ask you not to forget our friends on Maui. They are still not out of the disaster. They're still in deep problems there on Maui. So let us still send some prayers to Maui, to Lahaina, to the people there. And of course, to everyone else on earth who right now is suffering in war, in hunger, and yeah, especially the people in Palestine and Israel who are some kind mental slaves of a handful of puppet player who brings the Palestinian and Israeli against each other. Believe it or not, and I know you believe me. The Palestinian people mostly are lovely people. The same as with the Israeli people. They're lovely people. And not one Israeli people wants to die. Not one Jewish people wants to die. And not one Muslim person wants to die and wants to kill. There's only a handful of puppet players who doesn't care. For example, our war minister, the person is so unimportant, but I mentioned his name. His name is Pistorius. The war minister said, now we have to go all in. So the war minister in Germany says he goes all in. He's not going all in. He's sending soldiers all in. Our war minister is sitting on his chair at home at the fireplace, drinking a nice beer or scotch, whatever, maybe a milk, and he's not going all in. He's getting his money. It's about 15,000-20,000 euro every month. He's not going all in. He's telling these poor soldiers to go all in. And honestly, if we, you and me, go all in with love and harmony, we change the world. That's my thought for today. And I pray, of course, for Israel and Palestine and Ukraine, Russia, for all these places where right now people have to die, people have to kill, because a handful of puppet players decided to make them do this. But we can change this with our habit and with our mindset. Anna, what's your thought about this?
I am sure about that life is easy. The laws of life are easy. For example, why we have so many haters? Hate is a very bad, very bad emotion, and we have to know if you have hate inside, like inside, so outside. So if we have this emotion, we attract this emotion. So we have to change hate with self-love first, and then with love others. It could be so easy. It could be really easy.
Yeah, as it says in the Bible, love your next as you love yourself. And it took me a long time to understand this. It says you have to love yourself. You have to take care about yourself. Take care about your body. Think about what you eat, what you drink, do your exercise, get enough sleep, and let loose a job that doesn't make you happy. Then you have your hands free for a better job.
Yes. For example, if you feel hate, you feel this emotion, not another person which you hate. This person maybe doesn't know about your emotion, but you are in, and it is not good for you. Just change it. How you feel when you feel love? You feel light and bright and free. And hate doesn't make you free.
Absolutely.
Opposite, it blocks you. So let us change our emotions. Let make the change, and the first step in our inside.
Absolutely, that is so nice said, Anna. Thank you so much. On the other hand, I think that our viewers already live the way we speak about, but maybe is for one or the other is a little bit motivation to go exactly the way you already went before. You are on the right path, you are on the right way. And thank you so much for sharing this video, for being here a subscriber and be part of this small little family of people who love the world and who love human beings. Yeah, and how would the Hawaiian end the video? They would say, hang loose.
And my recommendation, I love rituals, and for example, if I wake every day, I bless everything. I bless me, I bless my surroundings, my car, my flat, my Claudius. And let's begin with this blessing. We send both blessing to everybody.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Blessings to you everywhere. And by the way, the whole video we've been driving through Berlin, the Grunewald, and now you maybe have an imagination how beautiful Berlin could be. And this is just a very, very small part of Berlin. And the whole video we've been driving through Berlin and one of the many forests we have here. We have here deers and wild pigs and squirrels and everything we have here. It's really...
I apologize for the shaking with the camera, but it's not possible to take it so perfectly. Okay.
Yeah, hang loose, friends.
Hang loose.
Greetings to the world. Thank you so much for being part of our small family. Chaka chaka.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye bye.